Hello students, this is Hisham and today we're going to see how we're going to draw a mind map. Before we go into how we could draw these mind maps, we need to understand why mind maps are important, right? So where does these mind maps come in hand? Let's take essays or articles. We have to write before we go into writing those, we need to, see how we could write those easily and effectively. So that's how mind maps come into use. And another important thing that mind maps have is it tells the marker that you have the relevant logic, the relevance and the depth in your content. So the thing is that this mind maps is not going to be useful not just for the O-level students or the A-level students. Even when you go to the law college exams or the open university entrance exams, mind maps are going to be really helpful because the questions that come here are really hard. So drawing a mind map is going to put you at a level better than the high students because those exams are really competitive. So now we're going to see how mind maps are going to be useful when writing an essay. All right. So the first thing is it does not let you go off the topic. So it keeps you within the topic. So you know that, yes, this is the thing that I'm going to write and I'm not going to go, away and write something else. So another thing is that it saves time under pressure. So when it comes to high effective exams such as these bar exams, when you write a mind map first and after that write your essay below that, all right, it's going to have that confidence that yes, this is what I'm going to write, because those exams are really time consuming and you'll be like, what I'm going to do, I didn't even write the first paragraph. No, write this and you'll see how time is going to go really slowly. Another thing is it ensures the paragraph balance and it puts it helps with the word count and makes that intro para and the conclusion para a bit easier. It tells what we're going to write about, right? Because if we see from that thing, this is going to come, this is what we're going to write, well, there's nothing else to write, right? So now we'll see the most important part, how we're going to draw a mind map. Well, I'll be doing a question later in the video after this for all of our students because the exams are coming up fast. So you can see that video later on. Now we'll see how we're going to write it. So first, as a step one, you draw what it is. So basically, I'll just trace it off and just draw a cloud in the exam paper itself. Another thing that I should say is that draw a mind map in the exam paper itself. All right. After that, start writing the essay. Don't write it in another paper and keep and bring it back home. It's going to be no use. Write it in the paper and write the essay after that. So your examiner will know that, yeah, this student has the right mindset and has done the right thing before writing the essay. So just, put a cloud like this and write the exact topic in here. All right. And the step 2, you're going to have these main branches. You get what that means, right? These main branches are going to have one main argument regarding any topic. Okay, it may be the course, it may be of what it is you're going to write. In those branches are the ones that you're going to write the main argument, and that should be within one paragraph. The second thing is you're going to write sub branches. So like this, sub branches. It can be anything, group, star marks, full stops, dots, anything. So in there, you're going to write something that I call the egg XPI. So what is this XPI? Egg is going to be an example. If you write the main argument here, this is where going to write the example. And another thing is the example. Along with that example, you're going to write the explanation of what that paragraph is. So you explain that main argument there. And PI, your personal opinion. Okay. From this argument, what are you going to summarize? So if you write that down, you're going to finish an entire paragraph easily. All right. the fourth step is going to be the language hook. All right. A mind map is not something like, something that you decorate. It's like a thinking tool, right? It's like a thinking tool. So these three are going to come under that. And this thing, step 4 actually, is what's going to separate you from other writers. That's what I call a language hook. So in there, you include idioms, phrases, tone indicators, and those are going to turn your essay into a whole different level. So this is what separates you from an average writer. So let's see what a tone indicator is. Writing an essay, you can write essays in many ways. You can write in a positive way with the essay, or you can write it onto the negative way. There's no hard and fast rule saying that yes, you should write it this way. All right. Another one is the neutral one. You can write about the good things and the bad things and summarize it accordingly. So different types of writings. So how are you going to write that? For example, if you're going to, say negative things, it can be on the other way or anything of that sort. All right. Another thing that you're going to use are the phrases. You can use different types of phrases, such as one straight, a spec. There's like a standard usage of that, right? So that is that. And another thing is idioms, the literary techniques that you can use. I prefer using one idiom per essay. If you overwrite it too much, it's going to put a negative impact on your essay, right? So avoid idioms to a minimum level. 1 or 2 would be fine enough. But then writing more than that, I would not advise that. So now we're going to see the common mistakes we make when we write this mind map. So many of my students write sentences instead of keywords. This here is not an essay. You're going to save time, not waste time writing stuff here. Marks are given to the essay. So what are these mind maps? It's just going to highlight what you're going to write. All right. It does not have the content. No, it does not have any marks. What it does, it gives you a good impression on what you're going to write, and the marker as well, saying that yes, this guy is up to the task. So don't write sentences, just write the main idea and sum it up and start writing the essays. I would say the best possible time for you to do a mind maps is in 5 minutes. 5 minutes is more than enough. It's too much actually. Just write it up and go for the essay. So another thing is too many branches. The word count is possibly around 200 for all our students, and when it comes to high exam, it's going to be around 250 to 300. So if you come up with like hundreds of arguments here, you're going to get confused. So what you're going to do, choose 4 main arguments, write them, choose the best 4, write them separately and choose the best 4 and draw them on the mind map, because that is what you're going to write, nothing else, just those 4. You can put 2 by 2 or one each would be fine, but if you want to add more points, 2 points per each paragraph would be fine. So another thing is that a mind map, like I said before, it's not something pretty. You don't have to draw pictures there itself as like some students do. You just have to write it, because it's going to give you information that is going to be useful when you're going to write the essay. All right. So that is that. So these are the things that you need to have in concern when writing a mind map. So if you could, master these, and if you could practice a bit more doing past papers or other papers, you'll master writing mind maps in no time. So I'll be doing a video, and I'll be doing